Yes. Hello, pretty people. All the pretty people say, hey, Jerusha, it's Monday, right? How many of you rocking and rolling because it's Monday? Yes, yes. You're excited because it's Monday because you are an entrepreneur and Monday is a good day for you. Yes. And so you're pretty excited. And so I'm going to share a quick business tip with you on this Monday. So go ahead and tag and share if you're watching the replay. Put a replay below. And if you are a newbie to me, make sure you say, I'm a newbie, Jerusha. That means you're just now hearing the sound of my voice. You are a newbie to me. Yes, you are a newbie to me. I love my newbies. So if you are a newbie, put newbie in the chat because I speak back. I say, hello, gorgeous. Yes, I actually see you. And so if you are a pretty person and you got your pretty people tees, this light gonna break, right? And you have your pretty people tees. Yes, make sure when you get your pretty people tee. Oh, Tony is a newbie on TikTok. Make sure you get your pretty people tees and you take a picture and send it to me. Yes, so I can say, yes, you are a part of the pretty people. Hashtag pretty people. Yes, we celebrate, we collaborate, we create great relationships. And obviously we create that money, honey. Yes, the link is in the bio if you are open to that, because I would love, 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 love to share the love with you. So I wanted to do this. I wanted to go to Facebook and share this in my stories. So I figured out how to do this, guys. It's just like, I'm like, wait a minute. I did it one time, share to stories public. I was like, let me try this again. So yeah, that worked out for me. I'm like, oh, hold on. It's some things on here that I don't know about. I need to be utilizing all the tools. So if you're joining me for the first time, you're like, what are you talking about? I'm Jerusha Wiggins, baby. Motivational speaker, radio personality, business coach in a direct sales business. And I help women start a business in my organization. Like I'm personally developing 100 online leaders to do what I do. And I teach them how to do that. But I also help all of you. No matter what your business is, I'm all about the people. Okay, I'm all about the pretty people. So I don't care what you sell, what company you're in. Doesn't matter. I help you build your business online and offline. So I create what I call double threats. So if you want to be a double threat, hashtag double threat, hashtag double threat. That just means I built my business initially offline, earned all the things, went to the top 2% of my company in 2017, 2018, went online, learned all the strategies, made a lot of mistakes, made a lot of mistakes, made a lot of mistakes. I'm saying it again. Made a lot of mistakes. Made a lot of mistakes. Okay. Then I got my own strategy together by 2019, and then the pandemic hit in 2020. I was like, baby, God will set me up for a blessing. So I truly believe millionaires and billionaires are going to be birthed, and thousandaires are going to be birthed in this season because people got more creative. People were more open to home-based businesses. I read an article that 75 million people will start a home-based business within the next 5 years. So people are looking for opportunities. So if you have an opportunity, you better be offering your opportunity because people are looking. They got so comfortable working from home. They understand why we are entrepreneurs. They understand the Wi-Fi lifestyle. They understand the cell phone lifestyle, and they don't want to go back to corporate America. So make sure that you are sharing what you have available because you never know who's looking and who's open to getting educated. So yesterday was a great full day, or the whole weekend was very full. How many of you had a great weekend? Put in the chat. If you had a great weekend, say me. Okay, great. Yesterday I was invited to Day of the Lady. It was for entrepreneurs, mostly entrepreneurs and business people in the Atlanta area. And it was hosted by e-linetv.com. Check it out, e-linetv.com. And so I had the privilege of being invited by the CEO of e-linetv.com. I'm very honored to be there. Of course, they helped me. Yes, they produced my podcast. So if you haven't joined, if you haven't subscribed to my podcast, if you love this little 5, 10, 15 minutes, you're going to love the podcast. So make sure you go subscribe to my podcast. It airs every Monday at 4 p.m. And guess what? It's going to be heard in 350 million listeners and subscribers. Yes. And so e-linetv.com, Spotify, iHeart, TuneIn. So make sure you check it out. Yes, the link tree is in my bio. The link tree is in my bio for everything that I offer, basically. It's in my link tree. It's my name. So check it out. So make sure you don't miss it every Monday, 4 p.m. So if you love this, oh my gosh. And so I attended this event called Day of the Lady first time attending. Very nice, group of women, sharp professionals, different backgrounds, different degrees, kind of how I see the pretty people. And so we was at this nice long table and dinner was served and, there were speakers. And so I'm like, this is what it's all about, supporting each person. This is what it's all about, celebrating each person. This is what it's all about. Like, we have so many talents. If we just got together as women all together, I mean, we would be a beast. You got to be Beauty and the Beast. You got to be Beauty and the Beast. And so it was all about that a woman is a gender, okay, used usually to describe a female human. And so that's what I've learned. And I already knew that, but I learned that a lady is a term often used to represent a well-behaved female. A lady is refined. A lady is polite. A lady is well-spoken. And so just looking at someone, you might be like, okay, that's a woman. That is a gender, right? And so, but a lady is someone that obviously she's a listener and she's a comforter and she's well-spoken and all these things. And so they were celebrating the Day of the Lady. And so I was like, oh my gosh, they think I'm a lady. They wanted me to come and think I'm a lady. And so they have it once a year. And like I said, this was my first time. So if you're in the Atlanta area, it's going to be even bigger on next year. And so maybe I'll have it in advance where I can invite you. And so you can come and we can, mingle and do some things together. So that was nice. So I want to talk to you about prioritizing your IPAs. If you don't know, I'm in a 90-day sprint. That means I'm doing 90 days of IPAs. 90 days of IPAs. Write this down. What's an IPA? It's an income producing activity. If it doesn't make dollars, it doesn't make sense. And I can't do it in this 90 days. And so those of you that in the chat put 90, if you're running with me, you're riding with me for 90 days. Like, Jerusha. Yes, I know. I said I was going live for 90 days on TikTok, and I have done that every single day. Yesterday was super hard. I still did it. And so because I prioritize. And so that's what we're going to talk about. If you are serious about building your business, if you are serious about growing your business, you do have to prioritize. And I'm not perfect at it, but I do understand when I'm on a time schedule, when I time block, I do so much better. If I get thrown off my schedule, then I feel like a scatterbrain. Like I'm like a squirrel. I'm like, oh my God, I'm supposed to do something. And then you don't get the most important things done. So number one, write this down. I need you to prioritize your IPAs or prioritize your tasks for the day. Write this down. You've got to prioritize. Now, some people say the top 5 things that have to be done before you go to sleep. Like, what are the 5 things that have to get done before you go to bed at night in order for your business to grow? And you have, in my opinion, like if I didn't go live for the 90 days, we started January the 3rd, so we're 60 some days in, I would feel bad because I've committed publicly. I committed to myself. I've committed to everything, my mentor. So I would feel bad if I didn't do it. So that's on my list to go live every day for 90 days. So I need you to write this down. Prioritize your tasks. So you must have like a daily to-do list. Okay, because I go crazy when I don't have a list. Now, obviously, you can use any type of app or tool. If you want to write this down, Evernote, most people heard of that one. It's really good. Evernote makes it easy to create a checklist in any note, right? So Evernote, write that down. It makes it easy. You create a little checklist. You can go by that. Everybody has a smartphone. If you're not using that smartphone, it's a dumb phone. So you got that smartphone, and that smartphone has Google. Okay. So there's something called use the Google Task. You can use your Google Task. I love Google. That's my boyfriend. Everybody knows I cheat on my husband with Google. Okay. Me and Google go to bed together, all things. Okay. So there's something, it says Google Task. You can do your checklist or your to-do list or your IPAs. Okay. So you also want to have an IPA sheet, like a tracker. So you also want to have a tracker of your activity, because what I'm finding, because I'm personally developing, leaders, and I'm talking to so many business partners, and I'm like, okay, let me see your sheet. I need to see your tracker. I need to see the actual activity that you've done, because just because you have a list, right, of I'm going to prospect 5 people today, or I'm going to build 5 new relationships. Did you build those 5? And if you did, you wrote it down on a tracker. Just like you go clock in at your job, they clock in based on, you're here, I'm going to pay you 8 hours. If you don't clock in, they don't pay you, right? So it's the same concept, but you work for yourself, but you still have to keep a tracker. So if you say, I'm going to build 5 new relationships today, that means I'm going to start 5 new conversations. There needs to be a tracker for Monday. It says 5 new conversations, 5. Okay. If you're following up with 5 people, previous customers, there needs to be something that says follow up with clients, 5, or whatever your number is, 10, 20, 30. I don't know what your number is, but there needs to be a system of what your actual activity was for the day. You know why? You know why? Even right now, social media, there's something called analytics. So you can go and look at the actual activity of me being online on TikTok, on Instagram, on Facebook, right? So if they're doing it, you should do it. So this way, at the end of the week, you can actually look and say, Monday I was supposed to do 5, but I did 3. Tuesday I was supposed to do 5, but I did 1. Wednesday I was supposed to do 5, but I did 0. Thursday, I was supposed to do 5, but I did 0. And Friday, I was supposed to do 5 and I did 0. And so at the end of the week, right, you can look at your actual activity, okay, and then you're like, okay, I ain't worked that much. So that way you're not getting upset with yourself because you know your business work. If people are successful in your industry, it works. So the question becomes, did you work? Not does it work? Did you work? But if you don't have reference of your actual activity on paper, or if you want to do an Excel spreadsheet, whatever, mine is on a spreadsheet, however you want to do it. If you don't have the actual activity written down, you think you was working. You think you did it. You did. Like, I feel like I was working a lot, but you don't have the results because you didn't make any money. You didn't get any new team members. You didn't get any new clients. And then you're wondering why you didn't get any. Well, let's go back to the tracker. Let's go back and look at your actual numbers. Numbers never lie. People do. Write that down. Said Jerusha said, numbers never lie. People do. And so now that you have your numbers, you can say, okay, I did 3 on Tuesday. I did 0 on Thursday and Friday. Okay, I didn't work that much. How much money do you think you're supposed to be making? So it's very important for you to have this every single day. My team has a tracker sheet that I created. And if you need one, guess what? I can help you with that. So if you're like, I need a tracker, well, in the 3-day ride, my business course, I share my tracker. And so it has everything on it, all the way down from posting, how much should you be posting, all the way down to, yes, all of it, your email funnels, your text messaging funnel, like everything is on my tracker, so that I know what I'm doing on a daily basis, along with my 7-day content calendar. And so if you're that person, you're sick and tired of not being organized and you don't really know how to prioritize, you're like, I think I'm doing it, but you're not seeing the results. Maybe the 3-day ride is something that you might want to look into, because the registration is open now, and the ride will be leaving on March the 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. So if you're sick and tired of not advancing, you're sick and tired of countless rejections, you're like, I don't even know what to say. Okay, I help you with that. If you definitely need a mentor, a business coach, I'm live for 3 days with you, coaching you on exactly what to do, what to post, what's the hacks that you need to know. There are a lot of hacks, y'all. People aren't just posting and all these people are coming to them. Like, I'm not just posting and hoping and praying for the best. There are strategies behind that. There are things you need to do to get the algorithm warmed up. There are things you need to do to talk to an X amount of people for the algorithm to work in your favor. There's a lot of things that people don't publicly discuss, that they're not just posting and all you see is the post, right? Like just now I went on my live that's on Facebook and I streamed it to the stories as well. So now people that are not in the feed, right? Boom, it's in the stories. And so all these little different things to get more eyeballs on your content. And so I share all of that, and I teach the attraction marketing strategy. I love attraction marketing. I love curiosity marketing. I give examples based on your industry. Now, the cool thing is I only take a small group of people because I'm only one person, and I want to make sure you get it. So when you leave this ride, it's going to be the ride of your life. You think you went to Six Flags. You like, you so hyped. You like, yes, girl. So all the, yes, hey, Yvonne. all the people that took the 3-day ride last year with me, yes, they learned a lot. It was so overwhelming. I had to revise it again because I try to give you all the information so you can see success that month. Like I need you to see success immediately, right? But you got to implement the things. Now you got to implement everything that I'm saying in order for it to work, and you got to do it consistently. Okay, so a lot of the clients before, one girl always brag on her. She went from 1,000 in volume to over 15,000 in volume with her team after taking the 3-day ride, because you may have heard it from somebody, but it was taught differently, or you was ready to learn. Like, so yes. So obviously I want to make sure that you understand I have a Q&A where I'm live in the Q&A. I'm asking, answering your questions, because I definitely don't want it to be an experience of you got the training, but then you're like, I don't even know what to do. You ever did that? Like you took something and it was good, but you still didn't know what to do? Okay, so we want to make sure you know exactly what to do. So I do have the Q&A open. The replays are available, so don't worry about it. I know most of you work a 9 to 5, so put replay. If you're watching the replay, that's fine. It's going to be during the day at lunchtime, but you can watch the replay. And I leave you in the group for a couple of days after the live so you can gather all the information. You can download my scripts. Yes, you can download it. You can have it. You can start implementing it, because I want to be able to help you in that way. Because the one thing that I am good at is starting conversations. Another thing that I am good at is enrolling new people in your organization. And so I was like the queen of recruiting and sharing in my company, like the queen on the stage with a crown. So the one thing I love to do is recruit some people. Now I'm all about the recruiting of the people. So that's why in 3 days you could be a master recruiter. And so that is my niche. That's my thing. I love some people now. So we're going to talk about it. So if you're like, you know what, Jerusha, I need that 3-day ride, click the link in my bio. It's my link tree. Click my link tree. Go to it right now. Oh, no, go to it after I'm finished. Go to the link tree. Make sure you register. Do it now, because like I said, it's limited seating. And so you've got to make sure that you look at yourself in the mirror every single day and you're like, am I getting what I'm supposed to be getting, right? Am I actually doing the activities that I put on my priority list? Am I doing my IPAs? Or I don't even know what my IPAs are. I don't even know what I'm supposed to do first. If you're that person, you need to get organized. You know, I can help you with that in the 3-day ride, but you can't confront what you don't identify. And so you got to identify the problem. You're the problem, you're the solution, right? So you can't confront what you don't identify. So you got to say, okay, what am I doing? Do I track my stuff at all? Do I write it down at all? And so you got to change a couple of things to see better success. Do we all agree? Yes or yes? If this was helpful, say, Jerusha, this was helpful to me. #helpful. I know you tagged and shared by now. We crown other women over here. We crown people. So you want to crown her and celebrate her as well. Tag and share. When I share, you share. That's how we change the world. Okay. Now, if for some reason you are nervous, because I was a couple of times, and I'm like, oh, I'm nervous. I want to do it, but I'm nervous. That's pretty normal. So if you feel a little insecure, that's great. That's great. You know why? The most insecure people run the hardest. They have something to prove because people think they can't do it. Right now, you're nervous, you're insecure about it, you don't have the confidence, you can't go live, you can't do a TikTok, you can't do a reel, you're like, I can't do it. Yes, you can. The most insecure people run the hardest because you got something to prove that you can do it. And you don't need those people, whoever those people are, you know, to help you or to validate you or any of those things. And so I want you to do it. Was that helpful? She said helpful, because I work with a lot of people, and this one girl, she said she is in finance. She wanted to start a business, but she's in finance, and she felt like that was the way to go. Her father told her, hey, I'll pay for your school, you know, get you at this great company. You will be like an accountant, because finances, people are going to always need people like you. And so I was like, cool. She was like, so I can't be an entrepreneur because I have to take this path. And so what was interesting about the story, I get it. Your parents want to protect you. My dad was the same way. He was not on board with my home-based business because I worked for CNN News. He was like, you work at the World News Leader. Like I made it, right? Which was great and a great experience. And I do love it. But I also had a different calling, like, I really want to work for myself because I really want time freedom, right? And it's okay to change. You do not have to be the same person you were a minute ago, 5 minutes ago, 6 months ago. It's okay to change. And so the young lady was like, I don't know if my father would go for it, because this is what the deal is. I have to do this field, accounting or finances. And so she kind of shrugged. I said, you love it? She was like, not really. It's okay. It's good money. How many of you feel like that? Like, it's good money. I mean, I'm decent. Like, I'm not struggling. I can pay my bills, right? So I know what you mean. Like, you're like, I'm good. But deep down, you could be doing more. Deep down, there's something in there you like, I'm supposed to be doing something else too. It's not that you can't do that, but you're supposed to be doing other things too, because God gave it to you. He gave you the vision. And so what I saw in her future, if she doesn't change that type of mentality, is, yes, you might have a Mercedes, but you also taking some Prozac because you don't love it, right? It's not your calling. It is a way that pays your bills, and I'm all about you paying your bills, but you don't love it, right? You're doing it because you feel like it's a safe place to be, right? People have told you, go do this job because this is safe. Well, we've all learned because of the pandemic, there's no guarantees working for somebody else. Did we not learn that already? We did. Okay, so if you know there's no guarantees, no matter how much you love it, things change, businesses change, industries change, things change, therefore you can change. Yes or yes. So the point of life is happiness. And I want you to be happy on this journey. Guess what? You got to be happy in life. You know why? We're not getting out alive. This is the first day you sing this day. And guess what? This is the last day that you're going to see this day. So why not? Why not? Go for it. Go for it. Whatever that is for you, go for it. Somebody said that yesterday at the Day of the Lady. He said, you will never see this day again. I was like, you will never experience it again. Never. It'll never come back again. Girl, you better live your best life. That's what I got. I was like, oh, snap. We're not getting out alive. This is it. This is it. So hopefully you ride with me. Yes, let's go on this ride. Girl, it's going to be the ride of your life. Buckle up, beautiful. Yes. Oh, she said me. Buckle up, beautiful, and enjoy the ride. So if this was helpful, make sure that you hashtag helpful. Of course, all you have to do is click my link tree if you want to join me on this ride. If you love this man, I can't wait to work with you one-on-one. I cannot wait. Yes, yes, yes. I am Jerusha Wiggins. I'm just thankful that grace and mercy follow me, and I'll see you on the page. She said, I'm ready. Okay. Mashonda say she ready. Okay, yes. If you're ready, hashtag 3-day ride. If you are ready, put the 3-day ride, or just obviously click the link in the bio. You can put 3-day ride. Helpful, helpful, helpful. I am so helpful. Thank you. Not even working right now. Okay, yes. Well, let's talk about it, Mashonda. Miss Mashonda. Have a great day.